Right then, that's a pretty dramatic headline, isn't it?
I mean, it's just a bit. Someone could have told me. It's my job.
Well, you're right. It was your job.
Surprised. Eh? Looking a bit shocked.
Have I just come to my own sacking?
Yeah, surprise unemployment for Macca.
Sorry.
Anyway,
been
we all get surprise unemployment.
Don't I have
at
to agree
times.
to that, or am I outvoted?
It's been a good run.
It was economical or something democratic. Fancams are dead. I don't mean in terms of views, although they kind of are. I mean in terms of we're about to slit its throat. Fancams are dead. We are done with them. And that's a dramatic sort of thing. So why are we doing that? I've wanted to say this for a long time, to be honest. I've only just managed to convince everyone else. But what Fancams started out as and what they have become is two entirely different things. I think when Full-Time Devils was founded, do you ever meet Pete?
Yep.
There's a guy called Pete Cassidy that created Full-Time Devils. I don't actually think he ever got to work on it because I think he got moved after he created it, but he's a United fan. Is he Northern Irish?
God, I haven't seen
He's Irish or Northern Irish. And he never got the chance to actually work on the channel when it was created. And he worked in showbiz, I guess. He worked at Fremantle, didn't he? Which is, I don't know why some people think this is some sort of open secret that we don't try and tell everyone about. It's out there, isn't it? And it was created by Fremantle, by Pete, as a way to give United fans a voice. He was a United fan, and he said he got sick of like reading the papers, you know, it's like the trash media that just always sort of doesn't ever give a United angle on stuff, isn't it? And there's more United legends in the media now than there ever was, but they're still a little bit on the anti-United kind of side. So he wanted this thing that gave United fans a voice. And Fancams was a really innovative way to do that. And it was fresh. It was a good way to get that uncensored, raw kind of feeling out there. But over the last 9-10 years, that's changed. And what it started out as innocently, now they're seen as divisive, they're seen as toxic. It's almost a thing for opposition fans to mock. And especially in a team that's failing more than it's winning at the moment, like Manchester United Football Club, we've made the decision that we no longer want to be producing Fancams. But we still want to talk to fans. It's a fan channel. It's not a Steve, Joe, Jay, McKola channel.
You're a flannel.
We still think there should be an avenue for fans to have their say on their club, and our platform will always exist for people to do that. We're going to try and resurrect the Skype stuff. Maybe it's with Zoom this time instead of Skype because it's a little bit more reliable. Remember how bad Skype used to be? Fucking hell.
It was good when they helped us bring United fans over, though.
Yeah, that were good.
We did that. But yeah.
So we still want to speak to fans. We think there's ways of doing that make good content rather than that reactionary.
Well, I mean, if we
stuff.
just look at it, I think what we're trying to go away from, and I think there'll be a lot of people, we've been talking about going on pre-season tour, there'll be a lot of people over in Thailand, over in Australia that are thinking, so this means I can't get involved with the channel.
Nope.
Or even those people that travel over to Old Trafford for a game, does this mean I can no longer get involved with the channel? The answer to that is no. The only thing that's changing in terms of the way we do things is our match fan reaction content. You'll still be hearing from Steve, myself, and whoever, you know, in a studio. I'll still be doing my reaction probably from outside Old Trafford or wherever. But things are changing. We no longer want that an hour of us standing outside Old Trafford speaking to whoever will come and speak to us after a game, because we've noticed that that isn't even the best way to do things. And where there are big topics which require fan voices and fan opinion, such as the main one, which is the ownership of the football club, the Glazers, etc., we will still be there to speak to fans before games, at the protests, and even maybe sometimes after the games. When Manchester United bring the league back home, we're going to be outside on the forecourt with fans. We're going to be doing those things. But all that's changing is every single game, on a game-to-game basis, when the full-time whistle goes, we will not be standing outside Old Trafford reacting to that game, but we will still be covering the important topics and giving Manchester United fans a voice, because that's what it's all about. Yesterday, when me and Steve went on the overlap, me and Steve sat there together and went, right, yes, we've got a duty to have fun, be ourselves, and, you know, just this is what we do now. This is our world kind of that we live in. So let's do our jobs almost. But also, as two people that are part owners of a fan channel, which is a Manchester United fan channel, we have a duty to also speak or give a question that a lot of the fans would want to hear about, which is why we then spoke about the owners and stuff. So we are well aware of what the channel is here for and the positive things that can come out of us giving platforms to fans. But we also want to start doing things different. We want to start doing some events with fans. We want to start, we're still going to be covering the game and having videos come out after. They're just going to be different. And we're going to steer away from that overreactionary just bile that sometimes you hear. Because, yes, people want to hear the negatives about a football club, but sometimes there's a way to do it. Do you know what I mean? And there's a way to do it where you're not antagonizing maybe United fans, or you're not, you're bringing the fan base together rather than splitting us. And I feel like that way of doing things is gone. Now, people will still have luck doing that, and good luck to them. This fan channel, though, and this is what Steve alluded to, the fact that we've kind of, it's been a while making this decision, and it has been, because we need to get it right in order to allow the fans to still have a voice. And that's what I've been doing from 2013. We won a league the first season I started doing this, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like we've only come in and it's just been negative, but that's how it's felt. And I think there's a new way to do things. The world moves on. I think fan channels move on as well. And I think we have to, because it's the old way of doing things. It's gone, really.
I mean, a lot of people in the chat already, and things like Andy Tate, you're still going to be hearing from Andy Tate. He comes in the studio, it's not like we're getting rid of him or anything like that.
I mean, we tried.
And we spoke, when we took over this channel, we wanted to do it the right way, and we spoke about fan cams. I said one of my sort of favourite memories was being outside the Etihad, being amongst the fans, chatting to fans and all that. But what we're finding is, more and more often, you're having to just cut down what people are saying because you can't broadcast it, you can't put it out, you're censoring it, and you think, well, what's the point? What's the point in doing this if you've just got certain people, just having a rant or whatever, and I get that, but then saying things and you think, well, we can't really put that out there anyway. So it defeats its own purpose. And I think there's a better way, as like Macca said, like Steve said, of getting fan opinions. I wouldn't want to be on this channel if we didn't have fans on it. It's not just about us. I'm sick of hearing from you lot and myself. Yeah. We want to hear from fans.
Well, you've got your own channel. Adam's got his own channel. Yeah. I got my own channel.
Joe's managed to get a co-host.
Even Joe's done it now.
He's got one now.
That's when it's all happening.
It's not just about us. It is a place for us to come together with fans. It's a place for us to bring journalists and talk specifically about United sort of stuff. I'm very adamant that we find ways for fans to engage with what we do. And like Max said, we'll still be going to the game with a camera. We might just do it before the games. We might just do things in a different way. So if you are going on the pre-season tour, these three are going. I'm not going, but these three are going. So go and fucking chew their ears off. Because
we'll be there, man. We'll be making stuff. But the traditional 8 videos going out at the final whistle, all talking about the game. And really and truly, what do we learn from them? We don't learn anything. I think there are important debates to be had around the club. And definitely when there's time to celebrate, we'll be doing that. But generally speaking, Fancams are dead. Andy Tate isn't dead. Don't worry about that. He'll be coming back every single week. He'll be doing videos with us. He'll still be giving his match reaction. Do you know what I mean? But it's just in that format. Yeah, it's not happening.
I mean, it's kind of been getting edged out anyway by us lot. We've not been at the game getting reaction most weeks. You've not been as sort of, you were there every week, weren't you?
We've been doing my own, haven't we?
Yeah, for years you were at every single match. That's not been happening. Yeah. We've not, even us, me and Steve used to be after the game doing our reaction. We haven't been doing that anymore. Joe, obviously,
that's how we discovered Joe.
Yeah, discovered Joe when he came up full of red wine and gave his opinion on Paul Pogba. And it's just not
that's why we've got to go, Jay. Dickhead's full of red wine, and then before you know it.
Yeah, that's it.
Also, can I just say as well, I've seen someone comment that what they've learned is that rants are usually more popular. Whilst that's true, our channel has always been one that's had the most success when we've been successful. Paris Saint-Germain night is probably our biggest ever night. Yep. And we had the least resources and everything. But that was because Manchester United had done something good. Yep. And we always want to be the place that, yes, you can come and have a moan and a rant and listen to Steve having a go at Ashley Young, or listen to Glazer having Jay having a pop at the Glazers, or whatever. That's always going to be the case. But yeah, we just got to freshen things up, man.
And don't forget, like we said, you can all get involved. You can get involved with your predictions. You can get involved before the games. You can get involved in the previews. There's always, there's loads of opportunities on this channel for fans to get
we'll
involved.
be making more as well. We're trying to create more videos and more different bits of content. And there's some I'm sure all of us at the table agree on, but it's something me and Jay specifically talk about constantly, is we want to make content that we're proud of. And admittedly, sometimes the news isn't. I wouldn't say transfer review is one of the things that you'd be like showing your kids, hey, look, Daddy did this today at work. But there's content that we can create that we are proud of. Some of the interviews that we've done have been fantastic. We want to do a bit more documentary type stuff. And I think, do you know what? The channel's just growing up.
I also think giving a platform to other, so like fanzines, people like that. I think that's also an important thing, and I think doing this enables us probably to do that more as well, which I think is important. And again, this isn't us going, "Oh, Fancams are negative, we're not doing them." We will be covering the negatives. We will be covering the things that aren't going right at the club. This isn't
it's
that.
not a way to be blinkered or to sort of not address things. It's just that specific format has sort of ended up having connotations around it that aren't necessarily what we're aligned with.
No.
And I don't think that's a problem, and we're still going to be getting, like you said, fan opinion, and whether good or bad, we're not here to sort of guide a narrative in any particular way. It's people's genuine opinion. Just that specific format isn't what it used to be.
Let me answer this question here. So if you've got questions that you'd like to ask us, put something in. Someone says, and I'm going to be completely honest with you on this one. Was you ever told not to release stuff by the club? Yes, happened once, and it was a thing that we did with One Matter, and they stopped us producing that. That's the only thing as far as I'm aware, isn't it?
I released that though. It's on my YouTube channel.
There you go.
So
that's the only thing that we've ever had, which is...
we never want to be...
That was a collaboration with the club.
Whilst we want to be able to go to press conferences and send Jay there, or be able to attend certain events, the club's opinion of us does not matter to anybody. So it doesn't matter to me. I don't give a fuck what the club think about us and what we're doing. And I will always use our platform to say, fuck the Glazers.
100%. We've always done that. We've always been honest about our opinions, and this isn't about us trying to sort of not share our opinions on the football club or not ask you guys to get involved and share your opinions on the football club or certain players or the owners, for example, which we're all about that. So don't feel like this is shutting the door on that, because it isn't. It's just doing it in a different way. And I just think for post-match reaction, the stuff we've been doing, more studio-based, you still got Macca down there and doing his stuff as well, it just works better for us. And I think it's a better step forward for this channel. And from what we gather from a lot of people as well, there used to be a time when you do Fancams after the game, you'd have 100 people sort of stood there around. Now you're getting, 6 or 7, getting a bit tetchy as well. It is getting a bit sort of like people kicking off of each other and all that sort of stuff. And you think, is this really the step that we should be going in? Is this where what we want to be encouraging or doing more of? Or do we want to do the things that, like Steve said, we're pretty proud of?
There is a couple of comments in there and a few questions, and I will try and address everyone's questions that you've got here. Rebecca says, is it just Fancams that are going or a watch-along? It's just Fancams. I really want to try and, over the next 6 to 8 weeks, I want to try and really reformat what the watch-alongs look like, because I think they're a fantastic potential piece of content, and I think they need a little bit more work. I think we've probably not got the best product that we want out there in terms of what we can do, but I know that we can get there. So I think that there's better ways to engage with you guys during a watch along, and I think there's better ways to present what we're seeing. I'm trying and get us some data that we can use within those sorts of things. And I just think what Fancams represented and what we want the channel to represent. I mean, we've got excellent relationships with authors and journalists, and I want to continue
like
that
former
sort of
players
stuff.
as well.
Yeah.
That's the
we've
thing.
had them on, haven't we? We've had some decent interviews.
Yeah.
You look at stuff you've done with some journalists as well. Some of the guys we've had on the Brew as well.
Yeah.
Just interviews we've done. It's stuff you can go, that's a really good sort of podcast or a really good bit of content or that's a really good interview and stuff. I'm not saying you always have to have a name to do that. Some of the best videos we've done have been with fans, do you know what I mean? But it's just a different way of doing it. That's the sort of thing that we've all agreed on, haven't we?
We're never going to sit on our laurels and think we've fucking made it. I think that anything that we do is perfect. Far from it.
Well, he hasn't.
I'm only joking.
There's a constant sort of self-evaluation of what we're doing the best we can do, is what we're doing the best for our community, and we came.
Mate, and that was why we took this shit over, so that we can do what we want to do.
It's up to us.
There's some hard graft that took place, not only being in a position to where we could take it over, but also bringing it from that to this now. And you have to give a lot of credit to Jay and Joe, because they're here grafting their balls off every single day. But also, I'm proud. I said to Steve the other day as well, like, I sent him a picture of me, Carragher, Neville, and him on stage, and I thought, it's a good look, innit?
Yeah.
It's a good look, innit?
3 non-Premier League winners.
Us two started What? We were two little twats. Still are.
Well, I'm about to say, you know what I mean?
Say little. But you know what I mean? Like,
It's good. Do you know what? I like that, and I like the fact that you guys are doing other stuff as well and are prominent out there, and you've had a lot of success, and you deserve it.
Left one of your testicles in the
What's
bag.
this? There's sweets going on there. What?
jam donut.
But we've not forgotten where we started, and this isn't like.
If you don't eat that, I might eat it.
This isn't forgetting all that. It's just doing it a little bit differently, like we said. And we know, listen, I know there's a lot of toxicity around Manchester United. I know there's a lot of people that are sort of kicking off about what other people are doing, what other content creators are doing, what other videos are going out. I'm not bothered what they do. That's up to them. I'm not criticising or commenting on what anyone else is doing. What we're doing is the sort of content we're proud of, we want to see, that other fans that we engage with like as well. And I think that's what we're doing, and I think we do it well.
Simon says, every YouTuber must evolve with your own channels, and a channel must evolve to grow. You know what's funny? We've always been the trendsetters. I watch you motherfuckers. I watch everybody. Even Man United. I watch you lot copy all our shit. So we're the trendsetters, and we're going to keep doing that.
Yeah, so we'll hopefully come back with a format for the watch long, evolve that over pre-season friendlies. That's what it's there for, test and experiment. And we'll get it right before going into the season, and if we don't, we'll just sack everyone.
If you've got any ideas as well for the channel, again, remember this is your latch channel, so you can just...
Yeah, tell us what you'd like to see, and we know that there's some history stuff that we'd like to cover, because it's the only thing we're talking about. Me and Jay are potentially going to go into full fucking tinfoil hat mode on Fridays with the brew. We might even just pretend anything beyond fucking 16th of May 1991 doesn't exist.
I'm up for that.
I don't know if this is a euphemism. Someone said, how big is Joe's mic? How
Yeah, he's
big
got
is
a
it?
big mic, like.
It's bigger than average. But there's bigger ones about.
Are you going to Oslo? Ask him. I'm not.
Jay is.
Someone spent all the money. I'm going to Oslo.
You'll be there, won't you, Jay?
I'll be working hard for some of it. Yeah, but I'll be there anyway. So come and say hello, because we'll be there. That's what I mean. We're gonna be at
No,
games.
you can't. They can't say hello. There's no fan cams, Jay.
Well, so they can't approach.
They can't
me.
even say
They
hello
can't
to
come
me
and
now.
say hello.
What I've
Hi
got-
Jay, how's it going? I really love
I've
what
got
you
you
do.
like a hula hoop,
Right.
it's like a 2 metre sort of exclusion zone around you. So
All right,
they
I'm
can
taking-
wave at you from a distance.
I'm
but
taking my bodyguard anyway.
Yeah, you're being a big
My
bum.
missus is coming with me. so
Should
she
we need to
can,
do
protect
like
me.
a drunk history, Man United version or something like
I
that?
don't think so.
Except we did it. We did.
A drunk history. You'd be
We
like,
did a drunk-
We need to do another video with Stephen.
We did a drunk live and he nearly got a shutdown.
What, you can't say
Do you know what the
jokes
best one about that was?
Let me pretend to be Tommy Robinson.
Anyway, thank
Yeah,
you.
I forgot about that. I thought you were saying
Irony's
about
not
the
for
other
everyone,
one.
is it?
You know when he went through the bottles of rum, and then he went, we've done
When
2 bottles
The
in.
thing is, we forget when you pretend to be someone who's a really bad person and then you get clipped up out of context and it looks bad. It does look bad.
I don't know what you're on about.
Abhinav says, is remember when we were Mint podcast going to include 1999 also? No, it was in colour.
Maybe we can have the rare occasion where we go to the late 90s. Like,
Go
just
deep.
as goes a
Really
bit more modern.
futuristic, like,
We'll go all the way up
what's going on
to
here?
98, 99.
There's 5 channels.
Yeah.
Akshay said, could you maybe do international fan cams, so 20-second reactions from people from around the world
I like
during
that.
their watch along? Now, this is what Steve's kind of alluding to there, is that when we say we want to improve the watch along, it's not get a replacement for Jay, which is very much needed, get a replacement for Joe and see what happens.
Bang
It
out
is...
Do you know what I mean?
It is getting that interaction going, getting the social, maybe a social media desk, maybe a few more stats, and you guys getting your videos in. You can already do it pre-match, can't you?
Yeah, we we always ask for your predictions at paddockmatchday@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So you can send them in, and we do want to change the way that people that aren't necessarily at the game can also get involved. So you can have people at the game who can send us stuff. You're at home or you're watching it wherever, you can send us a little
I think
video.
a call-in show is needed.
Yeah, we're going to try and work out how that's going to
Well,
look.
you know what? I mean,
I think a call-in show is very
Yeah,
today
we've
might not be
spoken
the
about
day
that.
to address this, but there's
Well, maybe
we
don't
used
then.
to have a call-in show.
What, and then radio died?
No, but
Nope.
we've had conversations about that, haven't we?
Yep.
We have. That's in the pipeline, so there will be something there. You and your mate, your little radio geeks, can get involved in that. But yeah, there's going to be different shows, lots of different formats. But
Bad little
the crux
victim
of all
for
of
it.
them is going to be you can get involved in them.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Because,
Because it means less work for us as well, innit, if you guys are doing the work, and I'm all about that. Do you know what I mean?
I'm all about that.
I am.
What did you think of my Colchester accent?
Hey, yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's not bad, that. You just need to work on the twang a little bit, but you sound like a
Uncensored
good
coming
Essex
back.
boy like me.
We were talking about that. Was it going to be next
Well,
week?
me and Joe just did one today. So.
Oh, they've done it.
There you go.
But I think when people say
Communication
is
is
Uncensored
paramount
coming
in
back, is me and Steve doing it.
Done one.
Me and Steve are going to be doing more
gonna be June,
videos
I think.
together.
Yeah, come on. Like, everyone's been... It annoys me how many people have been commenting, when is Steve and Mac doing more videos together?
That's
Do you
coming.
know what I mean?
They will be doing that video.
Well, we had a
Burhan says, what happened
Go
in the
on.
first 10 minutes? I've missed the first 10 minutes. What happened at Fancams?
Nothing.
Fucking killed him.
Not much.
Shot it in the face.
Not much happening. Do you know
Someone
what I
said,
mean?
is it the one matter goal that wasn't? You know what we should do? I've got the video for that. We will put it for members.
Why weren't you allowed to use it?
Because basically, Man United, so me and Sam rocked up.
One Matter launched his YouTube channel, didn't he? And did
One
a
Matter
collab
launched
with
his
us.
YouTube channel. Same week, he wants to do a collaboration with us and a video for him. Then we released our interview with him on our channel. So we got to release our side. And while we were there filming that, One Matter went to me and Sam. Have you guys got about half an hour? Will you wait around and be in one of my other videos? And Sam, I'll wait around as long as you want.
Pants on or off, mate.
Yeah. So we stood around waiting. He goes, one of my mates coming. Ander Herrera rocks up.
Stop it. Really? When was this? What year was this?
Was it the Maccabi?
Van
Centre
Aar
as
was
well?
here. Van Aar was here.
15.
Yeah.
That's
So then he rocks up. We make a video with them where like I'm on Herrera's team, Matta's on Sam's team, and we're competing like
Like football tennis.
football, tennis, something like that. Video is amazing. We put our video out, and then he got told by the club, "You're not allowed to put your video out."
It was the
with
Spanish
them
production
lot."
company as well. What were they called?
No, was
Is it
it?
Katina? No, not Katina.
Well, it doesn't matter, does it?
I'm trying to think who it was.
I need to know the name of that Spanish production company.
I thought it was
I'm not going to be able to
Ronaldo,
sleep
to be
tonight.
honest.
Come on.
And then, but you just put it anyway.
El Masivo.
On my members bit, yeah. But I'm saying we can put it out for members.
Yeah.
It's like the Harry Maguire vid.
No one knows,
Hey, do you remember that?
mate.
Can we put
Even
it
if
out
we
for
were
members?
allowed to put that out, I wouldn't put it out.
Put it out for members.
No, bro. I hate to say this, yeah, because he's current standing Manchester United player, yeah.
Go on.
I knew that day he was a
You
useless
see, I
captain.
didn't agree. You know.
I knew that day.
I
though.
didn't agree.
I had to ask Jay if I told him.
He did. We did
Yeah,
the Harry Maguire
I believe
interview,
you.
and he came out of it. He went, "He's not cut out for the captaincy." And I felt a little bit bad for him because he'd done his own work. He said he spoke to Brian Robson about being captain, so he gets my vote when he says things like that. So I was like, "Oh, I'll give him a chance." And he-
Talking to Brian Robson doesn't make you captain.
no, but he's done his own work. He's made an
Brian
effort.
Robson.
Yeah, he's done it. He's made an effort. I thought he's all right. Do you know what I mean? He's a bit beige, but he's all right. But yeah, I think I've been,
spoke
he's
to
been
Brian
proven
Robson.
wrong. He's been proven right on that one. Well, it's a step
He
in
had
the right
the
direction.
things,
isn't
Jay.
it?
You'd have to do that.
Nothing
The
about
club,
him,
the club
bro.
make you do that though, don't they?
No.
No,
He
I
has
said
nothing
that.
about
yeah.
him.
I'm not knocking
No
him. for that,
presence, no
but
aura.
that's a PR thing, isn't it?
No, nothing.
No, he said they'd been on like the flow somewhere.
Eric
and somebody
Cantona,
said he was quizzing him.
when me and him met
asking
him, was
about
about
it.
50, 60.
You can't, I mean, you can't compare
And he
anyone to Eric
swagged
Cantona.
him like he was the
Eric
fucking
Cantona's special anyway.
No,
Do you know what I
sorry,
mean?
bro. If you put
Even
the Man
amongst
United captain's armband on my
Cantona
arm,
is more charismatic.
you wouldn't be able to get me through that door from my head, bro. I would be
Just think of some of our captains, the aura that they had. Roy
Gary
Keane.
Neville even.
I think Cantona's the one, isn't he?
I mean, Cantona.
He's the most charismatic
Okay,
man
Gary
of all
Neville
time.
is equally as talented as Maguire, maybe. No, you know, he
Yeah.
worked hard, really hard.
Okay.
on a bad day.
On a bad day.
Okay.
Yeah? So let's say...
He
He's
plays
got an
off
aura,
being an
bro.
ordinary footballer. He fucking
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
Nah, he does downplay his career a lot, doesn't he?
was-
He
he
does
was-
mad in that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got nothing about him. Nothing.
Anyway, there's a video coming out on to our members without him interviewing him.
No, don't put it out.
Not.
Don't put it out.
He said he will.
I refuse to see that guy out.
Yeah, he's.
I will get it pulled by my
Team.
Yeah,
Team.
your people.
Just get an
which
email.
is basically use
John
that.
Marcus got a super chat. He says, "Stay off topic. Have you checked? I don't know. Why it's just addressed to me. Have you checked out the YouTube channel? More plates, more dates. It's a guy that basically looks into who's on steroids, and he's done a video talking about the 63% of the Liverpool team having asthma. Obviously, the UK average being about 12%. Now, obviously, I would love to 2-foot this, but there is a slight lack of original source. Now, I obviously had
shower gel?
Alan on. Shut up.
Sorry.
I think it's Alan Moore I had on, who's a reporter. And this was after Liverpool won the league. He come on and went, Liverpool won't win the league next year, which is a hell of a bold statement after they've just pissed the league.
Yeah.
And obviously they had loads of stuff. And he was like, they're going to get injuries, they're going to be cycling off, they're going to be doing X, Y, and Z. Everything he said happened. And now even if everything he said happened, it doesn't mean everything that he said was true. That's the thing that people don't draw the correlations to. But he was like, they're all asthmatic, you need to go and check it out. And I think the figure he said was like 30-odd%. The problem is, there is nowhere that medical information is available publicly. That's like a legitimate authorized source. The PFA aren't going to give you that information. Liverpool don't have to give you that information. So, excuse me, I don't know where you're getting. Listen, no one would love this to be true more than me. Because can you imagine the fun I'd have? But if you can't prove it, you can't fucking say it. I would love to do a deep dive on this. I was debating doing a reaction to this thing with Liverpool and the asthma. But there's not enough concrete proof for me.
Here's the other thing, is the national average is 12%, but these people aren't the average person. Like, is there a potential that, like, doing that much cardio increases your chances of getting asthma?
No, Joe.
Is that not possible?
No, it's a TUE for using albuterol.
So why isn't everyone doing it?
I think everyone's going to start.
And why is it... All right, then, why are only 60% of them doing it? Don't they all need steroids?
Don't know.
Because the other 30% legitimately have asthma.
Sure.
Someone commented on a video this morning and was saying Carvalho's just found out that he got asthma today, and I was like, I think that was a joke doing the rounds on Twitter, to be honest, mate. Don't think that was actually real.
But he probably did.
Can I just say, I saw a comment there about the youth review with Dave Pritt. That's going to be coming back. I don't think we're going to reform it. We might
Dave
do
is
a
my
little
guy,
bit more.
you know.
He's good in it. He's a good
We
lad.
need to do more with Dave.
This is the sort of stuff that we'd like to do. We like to get on the ground and cover the youth teams and the women's teams and stuff like that.
We've been at all them games recently,
That's
haven't we?
the sort of stuff I'm talking about. When we can be a channel that covers all of that stuff, I'd
I've
like
got
us to
someone
cover
to
it on
cover our women's
socials
team as
more
well.
in depth. These are all the sorts of things that I want us as a channel to do.
Yeah.
Some people have been in touch with me about doing the writing side, something me and Jay have spoken about in the past as well. I think there's a lot of benefit to doing the writing side as well. I like the written. I think that's something that we should be doing. Ultimately, though, COVID has really harmed probably all creators in terms of like sponsorships that are available out there. But I'm hoping the next 12 months, especially with the World Cup coming, that sort of thing changes. If that changes, then we're able to do more and more stuff. And obviously, you guys supporting us really helps us do all of that sort of stuff. We put out fucking hours of free content for you guys every week. And hopefully we can get the sponsors to be able to enable us to do more of that, higher qualities of that, and also diversify that into covering the women and the youth and having more writing. And maybe even, like, we'd like to go and, something that we're very, very serious on is doing live events for people. That's something that we're trying to...
That's
box
partly
off
why
and do.
Fancams got knocked on it as well, because we want to, next season, I think for away games at least, we're going to try and get out to, like, whether it's, I don't know, Dublin, and I think we could probably do something definitely in Singapore quite easily because of who we know. They're like getting out to these different places and going and watching a game with fans, and then you get your chance to appear on a channel and all that.
Doing a karaoke bar in Singapore would be fine.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Waste. Got to get down to there as well, man. Do you know what I mean?
Benjamin Abraham says,
that.
are we planning to do an end of season live stream? You're going to have to clarify a little bit more on what you're on about there, mate.
Are we doing it like, I imagine it means like a review, season review, which you guys filmed the other day, right? Outside Old Trafford?
No, we didn't.
Steve did his season review.
No, we did something
we've
about
looked
the
back at
media.
our predictions. We've reviewed
We
the season.
thought we'd all
haven't we?
wait something together.
You
so
look
we'll
back
do-
at your predictions again. Again.
Showbot
We
says,
just done-
how hard have you tried
He's
to get Ollie
obsessed
on the
with his
channel since he left?
predictions.
We on, have we? I don't
What's
think
that
anyone's
say?
tried to get Ollie on, have they?
Ollie, yeah, I've been telling you lot.
Why
does he
why
live?
are you scowling at me?
Where does
'Cause
he
someone
live?
just said
I
about
ask you
Ollie.
all the time.
Like, hang on a minute.
I promise you I've asked this question to Jay 3 times on WhatsApp. Does Ollie live in Norway or Manchester?
He lives in Manchester.
At least 3
And the
times.
answer to that
I
question
think he lives in
is,
Cheshire, if you want to get
yeah,
technical.
he's on the
Cheshire.
channel.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Knowing where he lives,
Mate, I guarantee
Yeah.
you Ollie would be all
You look
over
at
it.
me like it's my fault we haven't had Ollie on yet. You're the one who's mates with him. Right, we'll get Ollie on anyway. Just shut him up and keep the fans happy. That's the next thing we're going to do.
Fans
I
out.
fucking love to chat to Ollie on Solskjaer.
Mr. Glazer here.
Yeah, exactly. Anything
keep
for
him
PR.
on board. We'll get Ollie on. Don't turn against us now. We will. We'll try and get him on. We always love speaking to ex-players, and obviously the guy that managed us.
Absolutely love to get him on.
I know we will. We are
You know
making
who's
moves.
well up for it as well with us, like Brian McClare, so we need to bring him on.
Chucky. Yeah, we'll get Chucky.
Oi.
Chucky talk.
Relax, is all
Yes.
I'll say on that.
There's all sorts going on. Don't worry. So you're gonna be well looked after. But like Steve's saying, if you want to get involved in the writing, don't forget we do have a blog. We do have a website. You can get involved in that. We're giving it a bit of a revamp. But if you send us any articles, I think to fulltimedevils@gmail.com.
I made a prediction to Jay the other day, right, which sounds like bollocks, but I'm going to do it, Anna, right?
Go on.
Longhorn says, get Joe Rogan on a Sloppy Joe's podcast,
I wonder why you were squeezing my leg.
right? Now, I said something to you the other day. What did I say to you?
What I can tell you,
Can I tell you?
what it is, it ain't getting Joe Rogan on the Sloppy Joe's podcast.
Correct.
No,
that's not
he
happening.
said to me.
You got more chance
we
getting
shared
Joe
an Uber, and he
Swash,
went,
bro.
"Here's what I want to do,
Take
Jay.
him.
I want to get Joe Rogan down Old Trafford with me."
No, that wasn't it.
Yeah, it was.
Come on then, Steve.
So
What
I'm gonna
thing that
make
isn't
Joe
going to
Rogan
I
happen?
hate when
That
Steve
was
makes
it.
you guess shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Matt,
it's
get
guess
me to
it, it's
United.
not going to
Isn't
happen.
happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to get
United
Captain
fan.
Hook and Smee down to Old Trafford
Well, here's,
Right.
here's how you're fucking wrong, because am I going to do it?
from Peter
Well, the
Pan.
thing is, right, he says these things and sometimes ends up doing them. You've got to be careful with him.
Yeah,
Do you
exactly.
know what I mean? He came in here once and he went, "I'm going to be doing a channel
It's
with
why
Rio."
whenever he
and I went,
goes-
"Yeah, all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so am I." And then he was.
So, I'll tell you that. I'll
It's
tell
like
you.
whenever he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna get Fergie," and I never go, "Stop talking shit." I go, "Just let me know when."
I know, because you never know.
Just let
That's
me
the
know
thing.
when.
You got to be careful.
Right, here's how it's going to work, right?
Here's
so,
how what's going to work.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan being a United fan.
Right, okay, there we go.
So, Joe Rogan on his Instagram the other day went to a game in Austin.
On
Shout
his
out anyone who's
internet.
in
On
Austin.
his internet.
Right?
Right, so he went to a game in Austin, right?
First ever
So
professional soccer
obviously,
game.
because
he
he's
said.
been to a game, that means
Fair game. So, he goes, first ever soccer game that I've been to. Now, are you familiar with the comedian Ian Edwards? Shout out Ian Edwards.
Yes.
yeah,
Ian Edwards is a United fan. Ian Edwards, like Joe Rogan's best mate.
right.
So I texted Ian
Perfect.
Edwards and said, "Is this your doing?"
Yeah,
And he said, "I played a minor part."
right.
So I said, "Right, here's what we're doing. When United are next over in that California,
Yeah,
we're taking him to a fucking United game."
okay.
And he said, "Let's do it."
Sorted.
There we
Job's
go.
good.
I mean,
I'm going to do it.
that is something where you should go, right, let's book a flight over to LA.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's something where you go do that, innit?
Do you know what the problem with that
It's
is?
not where you go, I'll wait till I see you when I'm in LA.
Wait, United aren't playing in LA. So there's that little problem.
WrestleMania's in Hollywood next year.
All right, that's the same.
Wayne Rooney will probably be doing WrestleMania, so that's halfway there.
As Typhoon.
Do you remember when he went on WrestleMania and punched someone?
Slapped
About 5
Daniel
stone
Bryan.
ago, I think.
Yeah. So you're going to get Joe Rogan to go to
So
a
basically,
non-existent
we're replacing
Man United game in
we're,
America.
we're replacing Fancams with Joe Rogan.
That'd be good,
That's
wouldn't
the, that's the plan.
You're not seeing the fucking master plan come together.
Yeah, listen,
There
I'm
you
not.
go.
I'm not going to
Again,
argue.
I'm not gonna
Just
roll
let
it
me
out
know.
'cause
Just
you
let me
do
know
do
when
a
it's
podcast
happening.
on
This is
Really
why
good,
things
man.
take a while to happen,
In
because
the
we're
diary.
living on a prayer. Fuck you now.
Is that why we stopped fan cams?
Steve, we need to do something. Oh yeah, but have you heard this?
Like, you know.
Have you heard
Listen,
this?
Right.
And
listen.
I don't
this.
even do drugs.
Here's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen.
But Steve, that's got nothing to do with my question.
Here's the,
yeah, but
here's
have
the-
you heard?
The fuel that Steve needs is Joe Rogan has been to one football match.
Yeah.
Ipso facto, he's coming on the channel.
You know what?
Wait. Does he do podcasts? Do we do podcasts?
That's true, yeah.
Are you?
That's how things happened in 2012. That's how you get KSI on the channel. You do videos, don't you? I
What
do
you do?
videos.
Yeah. Come on, ours. Yeah, all right. Why
You
not?
do YouTube. What's YouTube then? Tell me.
I remember the first time I got told about YouTube, and I typed it into the handle with the letter U, tube.
Nice. You absolute tube.
I didn't know what was going on. Right, I'm going to get a ticket. So let's
Right, okay. So we've established what's going on. Fan cams are out. Joe Rogan's in. That's it, yeah? It's that simple.
That's not a press release.
Yeah.
That's not a press release. Yeah, we replaced fan cams with Joe Rogan. You want
Yeah.
fucking clowns on the channel? You got them. Fucking
Don't worry
sound.
about it. We listen to you guys.
Oh, is there any United conspiracy theories we should discuss? That is a
That's-
podcast in
Yeah.
itself.
I
there
had
you
one
go.
where it was
Football
meant to be
conspiracy theories.
Steve on that little earpiece to Chris Armas. That was one I heard. People were saying it was you.
That's why we're fucked.
And he's like, "Man, I don't have a signal inside of Old Trafford."
You're going, fucking stop him! He's shit!
Maguire,
All of 'em.
listen to me. Look at the camera.
Steve didn't
Maguire off, you fuck.
Steve didn't say much yesterday, but Gary Neville went, I think Maguire's all right, you know. Oh, Gary!
I think
For fuck's sake, Gary!
I think they've cut it out, you know.
Have they? They cut me out telling Ty to shut up.
Yeah, I think that was why. Because I think Gary said, Harry Maguire's a good footballer. I went, Gary, it's the worst opinion since Ty spoke.
Yeah, I told Ty to shut up and got cut out.
I mean, God knows what was going on that they left out then, because on that video he was relentless.
The Arsenal part was about 50 minutes long, and in that clip there's about 20. And half of it's me and him.
Honestly, I'm just trying not to laugh.
But
Anyway,
Let's not.
Anyway, listen.
road.
Fan cams are fucking dead. Joe Rogan's going to get us to 1 billion subs. And Chris Armas is my secret puppet in the dugout at Old Trafford. If you need any more clarification on anything like that, then email Jay.
Yeah, make sure you do. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel as well.
See us in the pre-season, where we'll be doing not fan cams.
We'll be there anyway with a camera doing things. We just don't know what yet.
That sounded way hotter than it needed to be.
Steve's jealous. Is not coming
with a
out.
camera doing things.
Why
Two
don't you
words.
come with us anyway? You're invited.
We'll do a
Come with
game
us.
with Joe called How Far Can You Get This GoPro Inside?
Just come to a game.
Pro.
It's in fucking Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend a
One
day on the
flight.
plane
Jet set
for 90
Oh,
minutes.
I'm going all of the pre-season tour.
You are.
Yeah, I'm
actually.
taking one for the team.
Oh,
You don't have to. You're welcome.
You're going to be running around in your new United top, are you? Fucking knob.
Listen. Yeah, I don't get how much, so I'm making up for it now. I'm allowed.
Alex Baguli says, well done, lads. I knew you'd keep on topic. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to come up there and hit you.
Right, that's all from us. Hit subscribe. if you
That's
haven't
how he
already.
speaks to the staff.
Like the
Simon
video.
Rapp-
I'm not threatening people. It's employees. It's fine.
All right, that's okay.
That's
then,
worse.
carry on.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
that's fine.
tribunal.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. What else we've got coming up? Loads of videos coming up. So check them out.
He's just choked on his own fucking tongue.
Yeah, that's such an inside joke that it's yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching.